Hey everybody, so today I am actually just showing off my French chateau that I built, but I thought what better way to do it than to throw some of the stuff on the table that I've either painted or acquired recently to play bolt action. Having said that, some of this stuff is supposed to also go to muskets and tomahawks, so I'll talk about that in a bit, but and this is really small right now. I've got lots of stuff on the go still. I have this building here that I've shown, but all blown apart. So I have the version that's blown apart to make. So that's a third building I'll be adding to the mix. And I'm looking at probably adding a left and right hand semi. I think that's what it's called. It's semi-detached buildings from foreground because I like them actually, and I like the fact that I can get some things together and not have to paint them, and it just, and I like the look of them too. And so right now the table is kind of sparse, but you can see how the walls kind of turned out on the table that I've made, and here's the one that I just recently reviewed, and man, it really, considering this is almost completely enclosed, it really does actually cover a lot, and I could actually not have a bit of a backyard there and actually create quite a big area, solid area, or I could make some pretty big walls. These are just carpet that I've cut up for fields. I actually like that look. I know everybody has their different preferences of what they like, and I know the teddy bear fur is kind of really popular right now to use for fields. To be quite honest, it's not because I think they're easy. I actually like these the best. But the one thing that I'm going to do is and I learned this from Tristan's videos, is I have a bunch of these and I'm going to slice them up into thin ones and create some fields that have more areas you can walk through. So that'll be a project coming up soon. But for now, with the purposes of this video is really I wanted to just show how my French chateau ended up coming out, painted, and what style I decided to paint it, and just in general, how it looks. And so I think it came out okay. It was a pain to paint, I'll tell you, and the reason I say that is just that it's sort of a very fibrous-y board, this MDF, where the edges that aren't facing you, they really soak up a lot of paint, and it wasn't that it was a lot of painting, like brush strokes, it was just that I found it to be kind of hard to get the paint to adhere thinly and things like that. And so I think it came out good. I like the choice that I did. I think I was talking to my wife about it, and I was trying to think like, well, what should I do? Like, I wanted the stone to be gray, and I wanted the middle, I think, to be white, but I wasn't sure about the top, and I landed on green. But we were kind of worried it was going to look like a flag at first, because when I first painted it, it was just like gray, white, and green. I decided to go with white as the primary accent color, and then I did black for the railing. I'll just maybe kind of show this closer up. Sorry. And so here it is. Doing a bit of a turn. Oh, I better not drop my captain. I just noticed I left him up there. So now I'd show the inside, but there really isn't much to show, because not only did I not paint the accents white on the inside, I left them the base color. I've not done anything on the inside other than paint the inside what the outside is painted for that level. So the inside is green, the inside is white, and the inside is gray, and there's no further detail. So I'm not doing a whole lot for the inside. It's very plain to begin with, and I just decided that this is where I'm stopping pretty much on the detail as the outside. I can certainly use the inside still. It's very functional. I guess having said that, I'll just show you the inside. This just shows how just undecided I am in general with things. But that's the inside. and the rest just kind of looks like that. Now, this looks a little bit better because I like these partitions they have. It really makes it look kind of like a cool attic. But really, it's just bare bones. And the others are not even that. They're just white and gray box, you know, white box. And so, but that's sort of the level of commitment that I've decided to pursue with this particular kit. And in general, quite happy how it looks on the table. I'm looking forward to putting together the ruined buildings, you know, that are like that. The one thing that I was thinking is pretty cool is you probably noticed that I mentioned Malifaux recently. I really think I'm not building a Malifaux town, or not Malifaux. Sorry, guys. In Her Majesty's Name. Getting my steampunk genre mixed up here. For In Her Majesty's Name, I'm only putting together a small group just so I could play the game with my friends. But having said that, when I had my mind on it, this actually be a pretty cool building for it, I think. Very usable for that. So, you know, maybe if I end up having a In Her Majesty's game at the house, people bring some terrain, I'll throw this thing out. But, you know, I think it's, unless, for the most part, it's not very good for Frontier, for musket and tomahawks. I don't think that the period is a problem. I think I could use the house to pass for like some sort of colonial house. Like you know, architecturally it's probably not right, but visually for me, you know, it would be fine. But most of the battles, as I understand it, I mean, they pretty much didn't happen in the major cities. You know, they were mostly fort kind of battles. Although, that book I'm reading, Crucible of War, I'm about 250 pages in, and that's just how far I've gotten. And so I'm up to about 1757, and none of that's happened. So maybe I'll be corrected. So here's my little, you know, project so far of creating a bolt action table. Shortly, I'll be doing about 30-something trees on, like, probably 8 to 9 tree plates. Primarily for musket and tomahawks, but I will be using them as well for bolt action, and so this table would have, you know, opportunity for lots of trees if I wanted. I'll have more buildings coming up, and I'm actually going to be putting together some hedges primarily for bolt action, not for as much for muskets and tomahawks, and so I'll be making those from scratch. So yeah, hope you guys like the look of the little kind of outskirt town, you know, that I've got going on here. And I will catch you guys later. Take care.